All right. Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Kristen Kotzebue with Pink Clay, and if we haven't met yet, just a very brief introduction because I want to get into the good stuff. But like I said, my name is Kristen. I am a wife and a mama of 3. I ran my own fitness business online for 5 years before I started coaching other people. I started getting questions about how I was doing things, and I found such a passion in helping women succeed with their business online, grow their business, and mainly simplify things with systems so that they weren't spending as much time on their social media as they were. I wanted them to spend their time in the things that they loved, in the money-making aspects of their business and with their family and friends, not feeling like they're always staring at their phone, trying to create posts. So that became my passion, to help them get their time back and systemize their social media. I have worked with people in all different sorts of entrepreneurship. I've worked with doctors, brick and mortar boutiques. I've worked with realtors and MLM direct sales women. So whatever business it is that you do, I'm excited to talk to you about the do's and don'ts of social media. And the main reason why I decided to do this training was because I kept seeing these types of things online. And every time I would see these don'ts, I'm like, oh, please stop. And I feel like right now with coronavirus, where social media is the only way for us to keep in touch with our customers, it's more important now than ever. So I really wanted to go over these basic 3 don'ts. So this is what we're going to talk about today. The 3 don'ts and the 2 things that you must be doing, okay? And then we're going to do a little Q&A and some additional resources that I have for you. All right, number 1 don't. Don't be inconsistent, okay? If you posted back in March, you know, coronavirus, or say you're a brick and mortar, and you posted back in March that your doors had to close, and you haven't really shown up since, you're doing your customers a big disservice, and you're doing yourself a disservice by disappearing and not keeping people in the loop, not continuing those relationships with people. So now when your doors open, it's just like, okay, hey, I'm back. Where is everybody? Come on, y'all, come inside. When if you had consistently been showing up for them, when your doors open, they're going to be ready to come back in because they've been connected with you this whole time. So you're really doing yourself a disservice and your customers because they're kind of forgetting about you. They're going to be watching your competitor that's showing up, right? If there's 2 different hair salons and Sally posts that she's closing her doors and disappears until her doors open again, but then Kelly over here posted that she had to close her doors, but she's been showing up consistently every week. Each week she shares a new tutorial. Maybe she's doing a braid tutorial, how to curl your hair, how to straighten your hair, my favorite dry shampoo, all of my favorite hair products haul. You know, she is just showing up consistently. So when her doors open, everyone's like, oh my gosh, there's Kelly. I've been watching all of her videos this whole time and I can't wait to go actually see her in person and have her work her magic on my hair. So do you see the big difference from disappearing to not? You need to show up for your business and for your followers and continue those relationships. Because here's the thing, a pandemic is not the only time that you'll have the option to disappear with your business. I'm sorry to tell you, but there's gonna be other obstacles down the road that make you wanna go, oh, I don't wanna show up. I just wanna disappear. But we can't when this is our business. Obviously, we can take time, especially like I said here with a loved one's death, and you can have that personal space, of course, but it's good to always keep your customers in the loop. A move, you're gonna, you know, maybe you move across state or to another state. Your husband loses his job, or there's a natural disaster. Our house flooded in Hurricane Harvey, and it would have been so much easier to go, house flooded, I'll be back, you know, in a couple of weeks or a month. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. See you later, and just not shown up for my business. But I had to consistently show up. And in my opinion, those times are more than ever, because people, that's when we needed it the most. We needed more money, more income, more customers after our house flooded. So for me, it was important to find harmony in between being there for my family, having our alone time, but also making sure I stayed relevant and kept in touch with my customers, and at least just kept them in the loop, okay? So keep that in mind. Number 2, do not only post sales and offers. So I want you to take a look at your Instagram feed, okay? And I'm sure you've got some personal posts, some pictures of your kids, whatever. And I talk about this in my online course, the difference between that mental switch of a personal page versus a business page, and if it's a business or a hobby. But I want you to look at your business posts and ask yourself, why did I post this? Go through them and say, was I giving information? Was I asking for a sale? What did those posts look like? You want to make sure that when you do post about your business, every single post isn't, hey, 20% off. Hey, here's our new lipstick. Hey, here's our new flavor of wine. Comment below and get yours now. And you don't want every single business post to be, hey, here's a product, buy, buy, buy. So here are my 2 tips for this. In the green, you can see it says, be the good friend. So I want you to imagine 2 friends, okay? And Sally over here, poor Sally, I don't know why, I just keep using Sally and Kelly. Anyways, just comes to mind. So if your name's Sally or Kelly, nothing about you. They're just the names that pop into my head. So Sally over here, when you see that Sally's calling your phone, you're like, oh man, it's Sally again. I don't think I have time to talk right now, because you know that for some reason you haven't seen Sally in a long time, but every time she calls, she's got something going on. You know, oh my gosh, this is happening and this is happening. Would you mind picking up the kids for me today? Oh, would you mind dropping this off for me? Oh, would you mind grabbing mine at the school too? She's always asking you to do something. Hey, could you cover the class for my home? You know, I'm a homeroom mom, but I can't show up at this party. Could you cover it? Could you pick up this? Could you do that? Could you do that? So whenever she calls, you're kind of like, what does Sally want from me now? Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't have time to talk right now, so I'll just call her back later. But then you've got this friend Kelly, and y'all don't see each other that much either, but Kelly will randomly send you a text that says, hey, I was just thinking about you, wanted to just pop in and say, hi, how are y'all doing through all of this? So y'all randomly text, or maybe she will randomly call you and say, hey, I'm at Starbucks, is there anything you wanted? And I'll just put it on your front porch for you. I was just thinking about you and thought maybe this would pick you up today. And you're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. She's always just doing these sweet things for you, whether it's a text, a phone call, or picking you up something and leaving it on your porch, inviting you and your family over for dinner. But she makes you feel so special. So when she calls you one day and is like, oh my gosh, I am running late. Would you mind picking up my daughter, Rachel, from school when you pick up your kids and taking them home? I probably won't be home till 7 o'clock. I'm so sorry. Is that okay? You're like, yes, I'm so happy to. And you're so happy to do that for Kelly. Why? Because she's such a good friend and she makes you feel special. So think about that with your customers. Be the good friend. Be the person that is not just saying, buy for me, buy for me, buy for me. Here's my new products. Here's what I want you to do. You want to be the person, and I'm going to talk about what you should do here in a minute, but you want to be the person that shows up and gives and gives and gives. So then when you ask for that sale, people are like, yes, they're excited to buy from you because you've been consistently showing up for them. You're offering value to them. So when you ask for that sale, they're so willing and they want to give you their money because they truly care about you and want to support you, versus the friend that's always just asking for a sale. What can you do for me? And they're just not very willing to. Okay, so be the good friend. And then over here in the pink, if I can move this a little bit, is give, ask. So there is a great book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. Okay, so if you haven't read that book, I highly suggest you going and picking that up. But it talks about this whole concept. Giving, 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 and then asking for the sale. Giving, 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 and then asking, okay? So remember that when you are posting, and do not only post your sales or your offers, especially if you're doing the thing on number one and being consistent, because then it's like, golly, the only time she ever shows up on social media is when she wants us to buy something. So don't be that girl. Okay, let's move that back down. So here's a quote, keeping on that same topic, that I absolutely love. And again, this is something I teach in my online course. Facts tell, stories sell. So like in number two, if you're just posting about your products and buy this, buy that, look at your posts, and are they all about, here's a new product, here's a new lipstick, here's the ingredients, it's all vegan, here's this, here's that, blah, blah, blah. And are you only telling the facts about your product, or are you telling stories? Okay, and same thing if you're a brick and mortar. Let's say you're an eye doctor, and if you're only like, here's the facts about this, here's the machine we do for this, and it's called such and such, here's this, you know, and you're just giving the facts about your product or your service, people don't care. They feel sold to. It's the stories, it's the testimonials, the before and afters, all of those stories that you can tell. And here's a very simple way, because sometimes when we think of a story, we think of it has to be really long. But look at this post. They could have very easily just posted these earrings, take out the caption. They could have posted those earrings and said, brand new earrings in stock, 14 karat gold with a CZ diamond. They're beautiful. Comment below to reserve yours now before they're sold out. That's what so many people do. And I'm sure you've done it with one of your products, just told about the facts and said to comment below or to get theirs now, right? But look what they did. Wear these as a reminder that people come and go, but your tribe is forever. Now what did they do? They pulled at our heartstrings. So now, instead of me scrolling through my Instagram and seeing this picture of earrings and going, I don't need those, keep going, keep scrolling. Now I stop, I read it, and it starts to pull at my heartstrings. And I start to think of my tribe, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a girls' weekend in 3 weeks at the lake. This would be such a perfect gift if I bought all 4 of us a pair. And I give it to my tribe. Or you start thinking about your mom or your sisters, and then you're like, oh, these are so cute, I have to have them, right? It gets people thinking about their tribe. It won't have everybody buy, but you're gonna get more people buying now that they've pulled on our heartstrings and told a little bitty story. And it was more of just like getting you to think about stories with your tribe, right? But see how something like that can make such a difference, because it connects us to the product rather than just the facts about it that don't connect us to it at all. So keep that in mind. Facts tell, stories sell. Okay, and then the third don't, and then we get into the good stuff, the positives, the do's. But this third one, oh man alive, and I actually just got another one this morning that was from from a health company, and I'm just like, why are you sending me this when I haven't talked to you in forever? But okay, so asking for marriage before even dating, okay? So asking for marriage is clearly you're asking people for the sale before you've even given them information and courted them. You're just out of the blue saying, hey, I know this is random, but would you want to buy from me? No, they don't. Unless they had like literally just told their husband, I'm really looking for a fitness routine. And then, bloop, oh my gosh, she's asking me if I want to join her new fitness group. That might happen once in a blue moon. But the majority of the time that you just abruptly ask for people's hand in marriage, they're gonna turn you down. So here's the things that we need to stop. The DM invites to purchase, even though you haven't talked to them in a very long time. Or maybe it's just a DM invite, you know, about a sale. If you haven't talked to them about your product ever, and now you're just saying, hey, just wanted to let you know, I don't know if you're interested in this, but everything's 50% off, wanted to just let you know, And they're like, I've never talked to you about your product ever. Thanks, but no, I'm not interested right now. It's all about the relationships. Social media is about being social. And sometimes we are very impatient because we're used to having things like that. So we jump the gun because, yeah, we want people to buy, but we have to slow down and realize I got to show up. Like, how many of you have ever wished, oh, I wish I had 100,000 followers, then my business would be successful. But let me tell you something. If you're not showing up for the 100 that you have now, what makes you think you're going to show up for the 100,000? If you're not serving your 100, you're not going to serve your 100,000. So focus on who you have now. Cultivate those relationships, court them, date them, and then ask for their hand in marriage, okay? So stop with the DM invites to just purchase now, or here's a sale now. Stop with the mass invites to online parties. There was so much of this going on that Facebook actually started helping us out. So if you notice now, when you get invited to join a group, you're not just poof, automatically in there, and then you're like, whoa, how did I get into this Facebook group? I don't even know who this person is, or I don't even know why I'm here. That used to happen all the time. And now Facebook makes us accept an invitation into a group. So now we're at least saying, yes, we want to join, or no, we don't. So we know if we're in or not. But you're not going to have a high conversion rate if you're just mass inviting all of these people to join a Facebook group, whether it's a Facebook group for your business or a Facebook group for a party you might be hosting if you have a product that you do that with. So you want to make sure you're not doing the mass invites. Does it take longer to send a personal message to someone? Absolutely it does. But your conversion rate is going to be higher because why? You're courting them. You're not just saying, boom, join my group. I want your hand in marriage. You're courting them. You're letting them know why you love this product. For example, if I were selling makeup, let's say, I would have a script that I would send. So if my friend Sue down the street says, Kristen, I want to have a makeup party, I can go, great. Here's how we do it. And do not mass invite everybody into your Facebook group. Here's what you do. This is a script I use. Make it personal for each friend that you want to invite, and copy and paste this blurb that has the link to the Facebook group, and let them know what you love about the makeup, why you're hosting a party, and to join here by clicking here. So once I've kind of given my clients this script where they can fill in the blanks, here's why I love this makeup, they enter their stuff there, they can let people know, because again, if they're telling a story about the product instead of just facts about the product, people are going to be like, oh, that's why she loves this makeup. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm looking for a foundation that doesn't, sorry, that's my dog. I'm looking for a foundation that doesn't get into my wrinkles. I think I want this too. Tell her to tell them why she loves it, where she was and where she is now with the product, blah, 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 blah. Be personal. Take the extra time. And then mass messages about products. So let me just give y'all a few examples of these that I screenshotted from ones that I've gotten. So this one on the left was just a DM that I got on Instagram from someone. And, no, it was just so out of the blue. I'm pretty sure I've met this person once, and bless her heart, y'all, most people just don't know because their company tells them to be bold and invite and send hey girls and all this stuff. But you don't want to just ask for people's hand in marriage before you've made a relationship with them. And I'm going to teach you a couple of ways that you can cultivate relationships organically here in a few slides. Okay, so wait for that. But all of these, so this was just a single DM. This was a group message. Again, just people that I wasn't even talking about their product with. Maybe if I had commented on one of her mascara posts and said, holy smokes, your lashes look fabulous, then it would make sense maybe for her to contact me and say, hey, thank you so much for the sweet compliment on my lashes. Do you have a mascara that you love? If not, since you commented on mine, here's the product I'm using, and it's actually 25% off this week. No pressure, but if you're interested, let me know. You know, like that would make sense because I commented on her post, but these are just out of the blue. And then this one was just a mass, there's 46 members. They sent it to all 46 of us, just letting us know about a Black Friday deal. There is a much better way to do all of this. So stop asking for people's hand in marriage before dating them, okay? And if you have questions about any of this, please let me know. Please post them. I want to answer yours specifically about your business because I know we all are doing different things. So I'm trying to like give examples in different situations for whether you're a brick and mortar or an online business, product, service, all of that. Okay, here's the good stuff, the fun stuff. Show up. Number one is show up. Is this your business or is this your hobby? If it's your hobby, then totally fine. You can share 10 pictures from your beach vacation. Your bio can say, Kristen Kotsabu, mom of 3, loves margaritas, foam soap, and trips to the lake. Okay, if this is your hobby, that's totally fine for you to do all that and be sporadic with your posts and truly just kind of post about product and not care if anyone buys or not because it's your hobby, you're doing it for fun. I get it. But if you're like, oh my gosh, it would be amazing if I could earn a full-time income doing this thing that I love. If that is you and you feel that passion in your heart, like, oh, that'd be so awesome if it could be a full-time gig, it can be. You just have to show up like it is. You have to show up like it's your business and not your hobby, which means get rid of that dating profile on your Instagram page that says, I'm a mom of 3 and I love margaritas. And tell people who you are, who you serve, and what you do. And again, this is stuff that I talk about in my online course, but you got to let people know what you do. Otherwise, they don't know if you're for them or not. Be you, not your product. So take a look at those business posts of yours. Are you there? Is it you using your product? Or is it stock photos that your company sends you? Or stock photos from someone that supplies you with your products? So be you. People want to see you. The whole point of you being consistent and showing yourself and pieces of you is to earn the like, know, and trust factor with your clients. No one's going to buy from you if they don't like you or know you or trust you. If you are just someone behind the screen posting quotes and pictures of your product, they're going to go buy from the other girl who they've gotten to know in her stories, and they see her face and they see her kids and they see her using the products, right? So be you, not your product. Be consistent. You need to decide right now, how often am I going to show up on social media? Is it 3 times a week, 5 times a week, or 7 times a week? Know how consistent you're going to be and do it. Show up like it's your business. And again, keep in mind the jab, 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 right hook. Give, 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 ask. Don't just be product, product, product. There's so much more to you than what you're selling. So share yourself. Share your, whatever other categories about you want to share, whether it's your family or positivity quotes or workouts or recipes, whatever makes you you, share it. And be intentional. Don't just ever post to post. It's better to skip a post that day than to just say, oh my gosh, I have to post something. Okay, post. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. And and it's like, what? This doesn't even make sense. So be intentional with your posts, but you gotta show up because it's like I said, if there's 2 people and one is very inconsistent and only shows up every once in a while, but one is super consistent and is giving, and then occasionally asking, but I get to know her, I get to know her family, I get to know why she started doing what she does and what she loves about these products. When it comes time for me to buy that product, which one am I going to go to? The one that I hardly ever see, and sometimes I wonder, is she even doing that anymore? Or the one that I can tell is working so hard, and I am so excited to give her my business, right? Okay, so keep that in mind. And then the second thing that you must be doing, whoopsies, is serving. Serve. So number one, show up. Number two, serve. Okay, newsflash, your feed isn't about you. It's about them, your customers. I know, whoo, what? Social media isn't about me. It is if you don't have a business, if it's your personal account, like I said, if you've got your little dating profile as your profile that says that you're a wife and a mom and what you love, yeah, then it's about you. And you can post, like I said, 10 pictures of you at the beach, your kitchen design remodel, and your favorite outfit of the day. But when your feed is your business, you got to show up for your business. And it's not about you. It's about your customers. What do they need? How can I serve them? Give, 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 ask. So here's some ways that you can serve your customers. First of all, I want you to sit down and make a list of all the questions your ideal client might have, okay? So, for example, for me with helping people on social media, I could say, you know, maybe they're like, okay, how do I plan a month of content in an hour? How do I edit my photos to make them look brighter? How do I use hashtags? Which hashtags should I use? How many hashtags should I use? Which apps do I use for spacing? Okay, so those are just off the top of my head, but I could write down all of these questions. I could go into our Facebook group and say, hey y'all, what are some questions that you have about my business? So I have a Facebook group with women entrepreneurs that have been through my course, and we share things in there. Hey, which profile pic should I use? Which one of these bios makes more sense so you can tell what I do as my business and who I serve? So you can go in that group or go ask your friends and say, hey, what questions would you have about my business? Can you send them to me? Make a list and answer them in your posts. Because if one person is wondering that, you're gonna have a lot of people wondering that, okay? So maybe you have people wondering, how do I make an appointment with you? What is the aftercare for your service? How often do I need to come back in and see you? You know, what are the ingredients in this? Why do you love this foundation? What makes your foundation better than this foundation? I don't know, anything. You know your clients, get some examples from people around you and make that list. This one I love. I love it, I love it. So if you get a new follower, send them a direct message saying hi and thank you, and use the voice thing. That is so much more personal. So, and again, it says not selling. So here's an example. Let's say you're a fitness coach and you get a new follower and you message them and say, hey Cindy, thank you so much for following me. I am so excited to have you as a part of my tribe, and I'm actually starting a new challenge group on Monday. Are you working towards any fitness goals right now? I'd love to have you in the group. Blah, no. That is, I'm already selling to her. I'm already trying to get something from her, and she's probably gonna go, oh gosh, this is one of those people. Nope, unfollow, right? But if I were to say, hey Cindy, thank you so much for the follow. That means so much to me, and I love meeting like-minded women like myself over here on social media. I try to post positive things and really help motivate people, and I just love supporting other women, being more about community, not comparison. So I'm so glad you're here. What do you do? Or maybe I looked at her page and saw that she's a mom, and I could say, your kiddos are so cute. How old are they? I'm starting a conversation. I'm letting her know who I am a little bit by, first of all, just being vulnerable and telling her, thank you so much. And then I'm just saying, hey, I just like women supporting women, community over comparison. So I'm so glad you're here. I try to uplift people, post positivity. What do you do? You know? So most women get that and go, oh my gosh, she's so nice. I really like her. And now I've started this relationship with them, so they feel like they know me a little more. Remember, like, know, trust. So now when I do post something, not even a sales post, but I just post something and might say, you know, hey, I'm watching this on Netflix. What show are you watching? She's more likely to comment and start that conversation with me and comment on my post because she feels like she knows me a little bit better. So I absolutely love that. Send them a voicemail through DM. You can offer coupons, freebies. So a free printable, something like that, a free training, a free audit. So sometimes I will post on mine, send me a screenshot of your bio on Instagram and I'll do a free audit. I'll let you know if it tells who you are, who you serve, and what you do. So offering your services for free sometimes. Behind the scenes details. People love behind the scenes. Maybe you handcraft your product. Show how you purchase the stuff, how you make it, or just the behind the scenes of you doing that. If you're a podcaster, showing the behind the scenes of you editing or recording your podcast. If you get products in the mail, film you unboxing them. Show people those behind the scenes. Remember, be you, not your product. People love to see the behind the scenes of stuff, doing how-tos and things like that. Tutorials. If you sell makeup, do a makeup tutorial. And y'all, do not feel like you have to be the expert, okay? You don't have to be the expert. Maybe you are an expert at something, and that's awesome. But you can also just be a contributor. And a lot of times in our faults are where people are gonna connect with us. So if you're like, oh gosh, but I just started selling makeup and I am not a makeup artist, so I can't do tutorials. Yes, you can. And you can even tell people, y'all, I'm new to this, but I love this makeup, and I just love that even though I have no idea what I'm doing, it still ends up looking good. Like that's relatable because most of us aren't makeup artists. And then if you are a makeup artist, share your expertise, share the tips that you know. And then people are like, ooh, I love her tips. I'm gonna come over here to her, right? Just be you. If there's Sally and Kelly, some people are gonna love Sally and some people are gonna love Kelly. They might sell the same product, but Sally attracts her tribe, Kelly attracts hers, and that's great. Sally doesn't want to work with some of Kelly's people because they don't get along so well. So stop trying to attract everybody. Serve your 100, okay? And know that if they're not for you, that's okay. They're for somebody else. Your people are going to find you, okay? So don't get discouraged when someone's not for you. That's okay. Taste test. I think if you sell wine, you should be doing taste tests of your new wine, but show us it. Don't just post about it. Do videos. Have fun with it. Get in your stories. Go live. Tell us what wine you do pairings, recipes if you love to cook. I don't love to cook, but sometimes I'll do a pretend cooking show. And it's funny and terrible most of the time, but it lets people get to know me. If you're a realtor, maybe you're sharing staging tips and things like that. So you can see how you can have fun with it in so many ways. And your posts don't always have to be product, asking for sales. You want to serve, especially right now if you're a brick and mortar who can't see your clients. Keep those connections with them, building up instead of them forgetting about one another, right? You've got to show up and serve your clients in any of these ways. It doesn't have to be related to your product. It can just be for relationships, for them getting to know you better. All right? Woo! I just love this stuff. So here are the two, just wrapping it up again. You've got to show up and you've got to serve. Be consistent. Be you, not your product. Be intentional. Give, ask. And have fun. You don't have to be so serious all the times. When I say be intentional, sometimes your post might be to make people laugh. That might be your intention in that post, is just to spread some joy, right? It doesn't have to always be, oh, my intention in this post is to have someone host a party, or my intention is to sell 10 of these products. Your intention sometimes could just be to spread some joy, to make them laugh, or to tell them about me, to tell them about my business, whatever that may be. It can change. It doesn't have to be the same thing every time. You need different categories that you're rotating through. Okay, so Here is my contact information. You can screenshot this. I want to hear your questions. Any questions that you have about these 3 don'ts and these 2 do's, or just social media in general, please let me know. I am over on Instagram most of the time at Kristen Kotzebue, Kristen with an I. You can also find me on Facebook. There is my website, pinkclaysocial.com. I do have a podcast that you can read all about there on the website called Forward in Faith. And then my email is kristen@pinkclaysocial. So send me an email or go find me on Instagram and send me a direct message with any questions about your business specifically. I would love to dive deeper into your product or your service and the questions that you have about how you can show up and serve your clients. So definitely let me know. And I do have a free gift for y'all. So as I told you, I do have an online course called Simplifying Social. This is a go at your own pace course. You get access to all of the training videos and the checklists and all of that, and you just go through the course at your own pace. You're also entered into that Facebook group that I was telling you about, where you can ask advice. I do weekly trainings in that group, so it's just really fun to be with other entrepreneurs, ask questions, get more training and all of that. So if you're interested, you can go to simplifying-social.teachable.com. Just go and look at it. The entire course is listed there, so you can see all the topics of the training to see if it's for you or not. You can see testimonials and things like that. So go and check it out. But when people join, I give them these 3 bonuses. They get my 5 of the best apps to help your story stand out, 10 Instagram story ideas, and then 30 days of social media posts. So those are the 3 bonuses that I give out with the course, and I'm gonna give y'all this one, the one on the left, my 5 favorite apps to help your story stand out. I'm gonna give y'all that one today. So you can go to this website. I know it's very odd, but creative-pioneer-6743.ck.page, okay? So go over there to that website and you can download my 5 favorite apps, and they are really good. And I will say it's actually 6 because I like bonuses. So I put a bonus in there, and I've got some social media tips in there as well. So go and get that freebie. I can't wait to hear your questions. And please share this video if you have a team or other employees, whatever, that you want to share this with. Share this with them, and I would love to hear back from them too. I am cheering you on, and I hope that you go for these, look over your page, do that little audit like I was talking about, looking at your posts, and get that list of questions so you can start answering your clients' questions in your posts, okay? So y'all have a fabulous day. I can't wait to hear from you, and I will talk to you later.